I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Did everyone have a chance to read the minutes from last week?
And I'd move to approve.
I second, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Pass 3-0. Commissioner comments and committee reports?
I have nothing other than I had a great holiday and I hope everybody else did too.
I have nothing, Mr. Chairman.
I have nothing to report. Seth, you want to come on up?
Really, I just have the two items. One with the 1302 form for the 2020 off-system bridge, and then the noxious weed department change.
Well, the noxious weeds listed first, so why don't we deal with that first?
Really, all we had that morning discussion about the change in that department from moving it from the Effingham facility into the road and bridge facility in Atchison. I guess there just really needs to be a vote whether we make that change or not.
I would make a motion to move the noxious weed retail selling to the road and bridge department.
I'll second the motion with the being the recommendations of the road and bridge and the reasoning behind. I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Comments? I have a comment or two. This is being done under the auspice of being savings, tax savings, which I am all for, but I don't think we're there yet. It's always been discussed that we would pursue this when we had a facility, which we are far from having. I don't think the current facility will handle the traffic and or be able to utilize whatever means we do to store the chemicals. So I'm not in favor of it at this time. But if there's no other discussion, all in favor say aye.
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 All opposed? Aye. Pass 2-1.
Okay. I would hope to have this transition completed by February 1st with the new container and all chemicals moved to our facility. And I'll post this on all our website and on the door out there, and I'll talk to Jackson Farmers so they can be aware, since I'm sure they get some of our traffic over there. So. Yeah. Correct. You still have the form that
I've got two of them here, I believe.
Okay. I just need both those approved and signed, or the one approved and both signed, I guess you could say.
Can you briefly describe what these are?
What this is, we just send this into the state. It's basically showing that we're asking for this project to be completed. We fill out the application, they approved us. So we're sending this basically back saying that we are willing to fund our portion of it. The bottom shows the estimate for what this will be. We won't know an actual price until it's sent out for bid, but we'll pay 20% of the participating cost of this, which is $485,000, which is estimated, and then we will pay the full amount of the design cost for this structure, which is estimated at $52,000. And then any utility moves or right of way that needs to be purchased will also be responsible for that.
Okay, this is the state's bid. It may come in a little under, or could come in over.
It could normally. This is an engineer's estimate. Swab Eaton actually completed this for us, and normally they're high. Normally we spend anywhere from 90 to 100,000 on our 20% of these projects. So that's normally where we've been when we complete these.
Any other questions?
No, it looks like we'll get a $542,000 bridge. Cost us would be about 12%, 11%, $57,000. Pretty good deal in that regard. I make a motion that we approve the project programming request for this bridge with the participation of the county to be approximately $57,000, and the total project being $542,000. The state picks up to $585,000.
I'll second that motion, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded to accept. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Pass 3-0. And
I'll just need all three signatures.
I've got all three signatures. Do you need both copies or?
Yes, we should have 2 copies. And then I'll need your signature.
Now, is this the one where we put in for a $5 bridge and a smaller bridge?
So this one is, we sent in 2 applications for 2020. We did receive this one. We didn't receive the rehab project. And we fill an application out every year for these bridges. We're normally chosen every 2 years, or every other year, I guess you could say. I need to go to Michelle, actually. Sorry.
You may get the location from Mary's right now. I'm not sure whereabouts of it, what bridge, what road, so.
Okay.
She's got it, I guess.
It doesn't give a location on there, I don't think, does it?
It gives the township number, I mean,
I'll get
the range and
the actual information to you. We're going to take exact bridge number, exact name, and all that for you.
No, it's not done, but they're making good progress. I can do that. Oh, it's not new, but we're just getting the buttons forward and things like that.
If you need this stamped, Katie can stamp it and she can scan it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
Happy New Year, Seth.
What's that?
Happy New Year.
You too.
Tell all your staff, Happy New Year.
You bet.
Okay. Next thing I have is the 2019 annual contribution to K.S.A. in the amount of $156,894.
You said that was up 6,000, roughly.
Around 4.
4,000.
It was 152,100 last year, but then we had the one-time stabilization discount, which took it down quite a bit.
12,560.
Correct.
So
it's about a 2% increase. Something like that.
I looked on there. I think the law enforcement liability was the one that probably went up the most in of those categories. But other than that, quite a few stayed the same, and a couple of them just went up slightly. Discussion.
I'd make a motion to approve the K-Camp payment for this year, or next year, I guess it is. This year, $156,894.
I second that, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Pass 3-0.
Is that paid one lump sum or?
We also received a bill for dues to the K.S.A, which Michelle and I looked right before this meeting, and we couldn't see that. I don't think we've ever belonged to K.S.A. before.
Is that County Councilors Association?
I think it's
Kansas County Commissioners
Commissioner.
Association.
County Commissioner Association. So it's
We do have a KCCA in our accounts payable, but it's Kansas Community Corrections Association. So you have to be real careful as far as which one you get. But this is one that I did not show we've had any payments to previously.
again, I don't think that I can't remember being a member of KCCA. And we couldn't find where we had paid it before. I think we can almost become association poor.
Well, what's the other one?
K.A.C.
K.A.C. Yeah, I think that's.
and then NACO, which is the national.
I think that's the one too.
I think that for the small amount, we ought to figure out what we could do to participate, to have a benefit to the county.
The only thing we could,
I realize $500 here and $500 there could be real money.
well, I think we either need to find out what was available through them or before I would consider it. So I noticed that Janet Zwonitzer is on the board. I know her from Jackson County, commissioner from Jackson County. So why don't I contact her and see what that's about.
I think we have plenty of time. We just received it today.
Yeah.
So
I know that we had Richard Baum talk to us on the NACO, and that really
They do a lot of benefits for us that we don't actually see.
Yeah.
As far as laws and.
but if we don't actually participate in some of this stuff, it kind of goes by the wayside to where we're not getting what those dues aren't worth it if we don't participate. Budget hearings at 1:30. Michelle, do you have anything else?
I have just a couple things that came. I received an email. Marty Long was the Grant County Commissioner. He's retiring. They sent out a flyer for any interested parties. And then I received a public notice from the Department of Health and Environment. You receive these about every quarter, it seems. But there's some permits there, and then a Christmas card for you guys.
I usually like looking through these, and if there's anything on here that's in Atchison County or nearby, I usually forward this to any KES. I think they do get it, but I don't see anything from Atchison County on there. Yeah, here's one. Gary Service Enterprises. Do you need to keep this, Michelle, or can I take that copy?
I normally keep a copy of it, but I can definitely get
I'll
you.
get a copy. Okay, we have 15 minutes before we have a budget hearing. Do you have anything you want to talk about? Mary, do you have anything for us?
Well, let's see. Let's go back on that K.S.A. Is that's the annual premium for 2018?
2019.
Okay.
Get that back out here. The different categories of the insurance, how it's listed. There's one is property, contents, extra expense, and valuable papers. Another one is computers, media, and extra expense. Contractors' equipment, general liability, automotive liability, automotive physical damage, law enforcement liability, community corrections liability, public officials, errors and omissions, employee benefits liability, crime, and surety. So those are the categories upon which they are basing these premiums. It does sound like a very large amount, but there's a lot of property.
Yeah.
Most of it's insured for replacement value.
Yeah.
So this place is insured for its replacement value, which I don't know what that is, but it's huge.
Oops, what, 2 years ago we looked at that, and
We got buku insurance. We went to a meeting and it made it kind of sound like most counties are underinsured. Look at your policy. I was kind of surprised. I thought we were overinsured.
it was,
That kind of stuff, you're supposed to look toward how much it would be to replace what you have already.
Yeah. This building is old, but it would be hard to replace it. Chances are most of us like to replace it, by the way I looked before.
yeah.
So we'd want to.
Any other questions? Or?
Does that fall under the tort liability on the line? In the budget?
I believe it does. That's one.
Yeah.
That and carrot, I think both.
Carrot's more of a workman's comp.
Workman's comp. I do know you have the YMCA resolution and agreements on the agenda. I do believe Ethan was going to come up for that in lieu of Justin, but I think he wasn't. I don't think he was coming up until around 1:30.
Till after the budget hearing. And so that's what, I knew that he was coming. That's the reason I didn't proceed with that. Do we want to take a?
Yeah, I'd move to recess until 1:29.
I second it.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Pass 3-0. We on?
We are on.
Okay. Back after a short recess. Our next topic is we have the budget amendment for its Atchison County amended budget hearing here at 1:30. And this is basically to correct or make permanent the budget, which is developed using estimates, and at the end of the year you have the opportunity to plug in the figures that are direct figures, and it doesn't change the levy any, but it does make for the accounting practice. It does what was that the correct term, to make permanent those figures, or so we don't get dinged on our audit. I don't know if that's the correct terminology. I know it's not, but that's how I'm trying to explain it. So the other commissioners have any questions?
You can open the hearing.
Okay, I'll now open the hearing. So, how do we?
Unless anybody wants to say anything.
Is there any questions or about our budget amendment being proposed today? Do I hear a motion to accept the?
I think you got to close the hearing.
You have to close the hearing before you vote on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
the hearing is to take.
Okay, we'll now close the hearing. Now, do I have have a motion to accept the changes?
I would make a motion to accept the budget as presented and published in the Atchison Club 10 days ago.
I second that, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the budget. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Excuse me. Pass 3-0. Do you need that? Or?
So this will be the one that's posted on the website, so people can look at the amended budget.
Okay. I guess next, Ethan, do you want to come up or?
I'm here on behalf of 1913 LLC as it relates to the grant agreement, which I believe you are all familiar with. And my intention is just to be here to answer any questions that you may still have at this point in the process. From my understanding, I think we're pretty much good to go, but I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything that was still hanging out there. So if there is anything, please let me know. I'll be here for questions.
I do not have
I've
any.
looked it all over.
I left it on.
I move to sign the grant agreement as presented for, is it 611 LLC?
1913.
1913 LLC.
I second that motion, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded to accept. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Pass 3-0. And that only needs to be signed by me.
Well, there's the resolutions.
There's another agreement there, and there was.
And
Yes.
there's an assumption agreement.
Next is an assumption agreement.
I move to approve the assumption agreement.
You read over these, please, correct? I'll second that, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the assumption agreement. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Pass 3-0.
You need a copy of these.
Yeah, your convenience would be nice to have.
And then there's a resolution 2018-1446. The resolution authorizing the assignment of grant administration and reporting responsibilities from Atchison County to 1913 LLC for grant funds awarded to Atchison County from the Kansas Housing Resource Corporation, and authorizing the chair of the county commission to sign an assumption agreement with 1913 LLC, which we did first.
I move to approve resolution number 2018-1446.
I second that.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Pass 3-0.
Is that the all three of this?
I have 2 copies, so you better sign them both. Okay, shall you sign those? Or 2. I know Justin has to sign one of them yet.
So that original of the assumption agreement I should have, because there's a couple of things we need to get still from 1913 LLC before we, at the time that was signed.
Okay.
Thank you.
and I'll get those to my client, have them sign off and everything, and move them back. Great.
All right, thank
Thank you,
you.
gentlemen. Appreciate it.
With that, that's all the business I see that I have today. Michelle, did you have anything else?
No, I do not.
To clarify, Atchison County Jester comes through us. We're kind of like, what do you call it, sponsor? It's not costing. Whatever grant money comes to us, we just turn around and give it back to the village.
Pass through.
Pass through. There's no.
Well, actually, I think the state's going to send the funds directly to them, but we're still the sponsor.
Oh, I thought Justin said they would come here, then we would.
That was what we originally, that's the way it was originally explained, but I think Pat worked out some just,
They streamlined it
Yeah,
to much better agreement.
saves the step.
With that, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
so moved.
Oh. I guess I did jump. I'm not thinking today.
County
Too much Christmas candy yesterday. County council updates
I don't get anything.
or executive session.
None that I know of.
Moved to adjourn at 1:37.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Pass 3-0.